No, it's still morning. I couldn't decide whether it was morning or afternoon then. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. Wow, have we got an SVG sale for you? Good grief. I've just got David running around putting files on so I can show you what you can do in Canvas, Workspace, etc. But if you're looking for a deal, that's a deal. Right, let's tell you all about the team in this hour. We've got Lily on cameras.
Hello.
We've got our lovely Amber in the producer's seat.
Hello.
And you've got me for an hour. Can be a lot of fun this. Right, let's tell you a little bit about live shopping first of all. So if you haven't watched us before, if you've no idea what we're talking about, we are a little craft company called Highlight Crafts in the middle of Derbyshire. It's a family owned business. Our lovely Stephanie and Carl, they're up in Glasgow today, own it, and then we have a staff of about 26 of us. Everybody that stands behind this counter crafts. That was one of the most important things to us when they set up that business, because a crafter understands what a crafter wants and needs, right? So that's what we do. And TV shopping was a little bit rocky, and we thought, right, we need to find something else that we can do. And we came across live shopping, and live shopping was set up by a Danish company. And one of the guys that set it up, his mum had a fashion shop during lockdown. And she obviously couldn't open the shop, so she was doing like little catwalks on little modelling bits online. And she found that when she was telling people about product, by the time they'd gone and left the live to go to the website to check out, their size had gone. So she was telling her sons about this, and one of them said, oh, we can do something about that. And they went and wrote a piece of code that meant that somebody could type shop and then the code into the comments on a Facebook Live, and that would allocate that product to her. And then Stephanie and Carl were away and they found it. Stephanie found it because she's like a dog with a bone. Honestly, she gets an idea, she will research it to within an inch of its life. And she found live shopping. So we tried it, and we used to do like one show a week, and then we went to one show a day, and then we went to 2 shows a day. And now we are live Monday to Friday from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're also live from 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the evening, Monday to Thursday. And on a Saturday, we are live from 8 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you get to see us most days, and then we put repeats out when we're not live. But the great thing about doing this is that we can bring you ridiculous deals that we would never be able to bring you on TV. And that's exactly what we've got in this show, because the deals on here are fabulous. So if you have a scan and cut and you're looking to build that digital library, this is definitely the show for you, without a shadow of a doubt. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about where you can watch us. You can find us on our website, so you can watch us live on there, highlightcrafts.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also find us on YouTube, so you can watch us on those platforms. Now, if you're going to shop with us on Facebook or Instagram, every product that I show you will have a code, and all you need to do is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. It's brilliant, isn't it? So you don't need to miss a second of the show or the demos. Then you'll get a direct message. When you open that message, you'll find a link. Click the link and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where I need you to log into your account. Now, if you're wondering why, I'll tell you in a minute. Log into your account and then check out those baskets. Now, every single item on this show is digital. So first of all, it's instant. So you could be crafting with this as soon as you paid for it and checked out and downloaded it. Also, there's no postage. So it's the perfect time to stock up on all of those SVG cutting files that you can also draw and foil and emboss, etc. So that's how you can shop with us on Facebook or Instagram. If you're going to shop on our website, you don't need the codes. You can literally press play, and as soon as that show goes live, all the items will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will go into a little red shopping bag that appears at the top of your screen. Click that bag, that will take you through the login and checkout process. Now, the reason you need to log in and the reason you need to open an account with us here at Highlight Crafts is because we have a club. It's called Club Highlight, and what you get is free to join. You just need an account. It's free to join, and then every time you order with us, you will get a discount. Whether it's £5 or £500, you will get a discount. Okay, so in your first tier, tier 1, you will get 5%. In tier 2, you go to tier 2 when you spent £500 with us. And if you've just bought a sublimation printer, that might well have taken you into the second tier. Then you get 10% off, and it goes up. Obviously it's capped, otherwise we'll be giving you the stuff for nothing and we won't be here. But it's a brilliant way of having a club that doesn't cost you anything, but you get that benefit. On top of that, you also get 5 loyalty points for every £1 that you spend. Now they will be credited back to your account in 2 weeks' time. And that's because our money back guarantee is 14 days. So we need to make sure you're not sending the product back before we allocate those points to your account. And then on top of that, if you get your basket spend to £35 or over after your discounts, we'll pay your postage for you. So it really couldn't be easier. So that's a little bit about live shopping and how to shop. Shall we get stuck in? Because this is my deal of the day. Let's come and have a look. Now, Cutting Craftorium was born many years ago when I first, in fact, it was 10 years since I started working with Stephanie. And on my first day, she said to me, "What's your favourite thing to do?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "From craft, what's your favourite thing to do?" I said, "I love going in my craft room in the morning with flat pieces of card and coming out with something that's really dimensional." And she went, "Okay, that's a great idea." I said, "But it has to work in conjunction with like a cutting machine." And it just so happened that the Scan and Cut came along very quickly. So we engaged a young lady called Amy, and she created all these cutting files and built these amazing 3D projects. And Cutting Craftorium then became Digital Craftorium here, and we keep bringing you lots of things. We haven't done any for a while because our lovely Lauren is off on maternity leave, and she was the specialist that did this. But what we've done is delve back into the archives for you. Now, when we first took these on as USBs onto Create and Craft, they were $49.99 each. We used to do them on a deal more often than not at $39.99. And in here, what you get is a plethora of cutting files that enables you to make every single flower that you see in that vase, all the foliage. You're getting apples and pears. Now, you might look at those and think, why would I want those? You know what? Cover them in your metal flake. They'll look incredible. Then you've got your little dressers. So all of these were just made out of card. You've got your little book box in there. You've got a little cacti in there. You've got gift boxes. Look at that. That greenhouse is amazing. Now, you can buy these individually at $19.99. Please don't do that. Even if you've got 2 of them, just get shop variety, because you're getting 5 for $19.99 before you discount. I know, right? That's why this is my deal of the day. Look at that little house. Now, there's nothing to stop you making that and turning it into a Christmas house. Bear with. Oh, hang on. There you go. Look at that. There's nothing to stop you making that into a Christmas house, is there, or a gingerbread house? But you've got all of those files. You also get step-by-step instructions in here as well as to how to put them together. The birdhouse. But you also get that decorative panel. Now, the way that we save our files means that you can put that pattern in any panel. So it's not just about the finished project, it's about all the other things. Look at that butterfly overlay. That will be a cutting file. Your little terrarium is a cutting file. The flowers and leaves inside, all of it. Look at that TV, the retro TVs. Remember those? That's when we had to get off our backsides and go and press the button to change channel. And there were 3 channels, right? Then you've got your simple houses. You've got small bird houses. Now, if you got the birds on the happy hour earlier and you're going to crackle those, think about this now. Now, think about bringing out all your Cadence products with this as well. You've got a beautiful hanging star. You've got the vase to put every single one of those flowers into, but you've also got the patterns that are in the panels on the vase for you to play around with. There is so much scope inside each one of that. So that's Home Sweet Home. I'm not even, wait, you can see the individuals. We'll get Amber to put them on as I'm talking about them, but please don't buy those. Just get Shop Variety because you're getting 5 lots. It's £4. It's £4. You go and find all those SVG files for £4. Right, in here you've got your contents. Look at that for an accordion box. How lovely is that? But you've also got this as a panel, and you can put that pattern in any panel that you've or any shape, which is just extraordinary, isn't it? So you've got that one. I'm going to do it this way because it's easier. Accordion box shows you step by step exactly how to make them. A little basket. You've got a flip top box. Don't judge these samples because they are really, really simple, but you can then really go to town and embellish. Look at these. You've got boxes, heart detail boxes, hexagon boxes, triangle boxes, pencil boxes, square hinge boxes, kitty boxes. Look at all these business card holders. And don't forget, your Scan and Cut will cut fabric. In fact, tomorrow we've got an eyelet show where we've got some most beautiful leather that you will have ever seen. It's gorgeous. So making things like this, don't forget, it'll cut out of fabric. So you've got all your boxes in here as well. You've got all your little panels too. This is all about boxes, houses, etc. You've got a little earring holder. How cute is that? But if you don't want earrings on it, you've got a frame. You've also got a pattern panel that could be a stencil, a cutting file, a drawing file, an embossing file, a piercing file. You know, piercing is massive. I've asked Katie to get the piercing starter kits back in because I know there's loads of you that have bought Scan and Cut recently that haven't got it. And it's fantastic with all your patterns. Your milk carton holder. So you get the holder and you get the milk carton. That, judged up as Christmas, will be fantastic. Also on a lot of these, you get pattern papers too. Just saying. You've got your paint pot, ribbon holder. If you want to organise all your ribbons, how cool is that? Make the hole slightly smaller. It's a paintbrush holder or a pen holder. Honestly, the amount of this is going to be great for little stocking fillers, but the quantity of cutting files on here is absolutely extraordinary. You've got all the step-by-steps in pictures and words because most of us are visual learners. That I made that in some of the most beautiful, really pretty papers, and it was only a couple of months ago that I had to take it to the skip because Alice had been playing with it and then Bo ran in and sat on it. So it had to go to the skip. It was a bit crushed. As I'm putting it in the skip, this lady came up and she said, "Are you throwing that away?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Would you mind if I had it?" I was like, "Not at all, crack on." So now it's in somebody else's home. That is a magnificent project to do. I wish I'd still got that because it's lovely. I'm going to make another one, I think. But look at this. You've got your vase. It's just incredible value for money. Then you've got bookmarks, business cards now, gift card holders for Christmas. Right there. Everything I'm showing you right now is costing you £4 if you buy it within that bundle. Don't pay $19.99 for it. Get them all. Notebook covers, thread organisers, calendars. So you've got, what do they call those? Oh, there's a word for them, isn't there? It'll come back to me. Perpetual calendar, that's the word. I would have got there, but Lily's got a better, younger brain than I have. You can remember all this stuff, can't you? Can. Right, that's your second one. Third one, Love is in the Air. All about romance on this one. So, starting at, oh, well, that's not right. Is this the right one? I'm not sure if this is the right one. This is the one that we've just done. Can you go into the big cupboard, please, Amber, in the, there, where all the scrap paper is? It'll be printed out on there because that's a repeat of that one. Yeah, thank you, darling. Right, ephemera then. This is brilliant. Now, if you got your steampunk rice papers yesterday, you have to have this. This is coming in that bundle. Look at this. This is fabulous. Now, samplers. So this is when I kind of took over cutting Craftorium. I wanted to do these sampler frames because not only can you cut the mount, but each one of these is an embellishment for your cards. But we decided that what we do is put them into a box frame like this to go on your wall. These are brilliant because that typewriter there, that top hat there, that old-fashioned camera and the gramophone and the bird cage and the butterflies and the keys are cutting files. So you can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can draw them, you can foil them, emboss them. On top of that, you've got a full font. Now, completely different to any of the others that are in Canvas Workspace or on your machine, but very faintly underneath here, can't really see it very well, is another alphabet that's this style, but it's a single line font. Okay, so instead of the scan and cut drawing around the outside, the outline of the letter and then putting the little landlocked area in, it will write it like we write it, a single line. People are desperate all the time. We're trying to work out how we can get you we can do a USB just of single line fonts, because then with your pens, you can write it like we would write it, which would be brilliant. You've got one in here, notes. Wow, got a lot of space for notes. Look at this lot. So you're getting your little corset in there. You've got your boxes in there. Look at that blimp. David, look.
Ooh, blimp.
Imagine that and decorating it up with the steampunk from yesterday.
The Christmas steampunk.
I need to do that.
That needs to happen.
That does need to happen. You've got some designs in here with grey boards so you can make your own storage solutions. You've got, look at these labels and tags to go on your bottles. Clocks, mechanical clock faces. Lovely, thank you, darling. You've got your cogs in here. I mean, good grief, this is brilliant. All of this content, heart journal, so it shows you how to make your own books. I mean, come on, that, fabulous, right? What a great gift box. Love. Every element that you can see on there is a cutting file. I know, it's too big to get your head around. Look at that. Turn the handle. Snowflakes, but in a steampunk style. I mean, these are great. I've forgotten we've done all of these. This is amazing. Look at the airship. You've got goggles, three-dimensional goggles. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. Look at that. How fabulous is that? So this is when you build your digital storage or your digital library. It's absolutely fabulous. Look at that old-fashioned camera, and then you can pull out, so the pictures were attached underneath the lid, so as you took the lid, the side of it off, all the pictures came out. What a great way of storing your pictures. That's what it looks like closed. You've then got all of these flowers and frames, ephemera. You've got more gift boxes. You've got big butterflies in there. Honestly, the content in this is ridiculously good. Look at that. That's a card topper right there. But you get the bird, you get the flowers, you get that flower, that butterfly, that flower, that heart, all as cutting files. And then if I just flick through the rest of it, otherwise we're going to be here till 3 weeks next Friday, there's your lantern. If you want a Christmas lantern, it's got a stand on it, or a Halloween lantern, that's going to be brilliant. And it's really inexpensive. Your ornate frames, all of these different things. Now, since we first did that, we've come on leaps and bounds with scan and cut and digital cutting with Canvas Workspace. All of these can be used with all of those techniques. There's your storage box. Look, the sewing machine with the box underneath. How cute is that? What a great gift for somebody that sews. And then you've got all your ephemera on there as well. Now, you're not paying $19.99 each. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You're getting all of them for $19.99. I know, right? Mad. Mad. Katie came downstairs yesterday and I went, right, I said, SVG show. She went, have you had a look? I said, I have, Katie. She said, have you seen what I've done to the price? I was like, yes, Katie, I have. She was very, very excited about that. Now then, this is great. So, whew, yes, Katie? Oh! Sublimation sticker sheets are now back in stock.
It will not be dispatched until the 3rd of November.
Okay, dispatch date will be the 3rd of November. We're on the 24th of October today.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, I can't get it until next week.
Oh, no, I'm saying that it doesn't matter, does it?
But they'll be dispatched from us from like the 3rd of November.
Thank you. Sublimation sticker sheets. I'll talk about that in a minute. Brilliant. Thank you, Katie. Oh, I love it. We just make things happen here at Highlight Crafts. Now then, this was one of the first ones we ever did. And this makes your 3D letters, numbers, etc., etc. Sorry, miles away. You can also, there's even a guide as to where to put your bright hot lights in here. So if you've got your string lights, look at this. Upside down. Shows you there's a little notch cut out of there so that the little battery pack can come around the back. You're getting all of your sides, and then it shows you step by step how to put all of these together. Look at this. You get all the instructions. Good grief, these are properly mixed up. I've got creative clutter in here. Again, what's going on? Yeah, absolutely. Right. We've done creative clutter, so you're going to get all your alphabet plus your numbers, all right, with the instructions. Right, one more. Love is in the air. I know, it's a lot, isn't there? It's great though. Love is in the air. Right, so let's have a look at this one. Look at that. How beautiful is that as a decorative piece? But break it down. You've got a panel with a lovely top. That could be a door hanger or a tag. You've got all these decorative panels that you can break into and play around with. It's absolutely fabulous. You've got your railings in there as well. So it's not about the project that you're going to make, it's about what else you can make with things like this, because it's just phenomenal. So that's your altar. Look at that. Remember, all of these are resizable. You're getting every piece of foliage that's in there and every single flower, plus the whole stand. How incredible is this value for money? Cupcake boxes, confetti boxes, fans, diamond ring boxes. Oh, that'd be a bit nice. You've got your flower bags, so you could use these for your table decorations. You've got another vase in there. Look at that gardenia. I mean, that is stunningly beautiful. Then you're also going to get, look at this, a gondola. How fabulous is that? I love making stuff like this. Then you've also got handbags. You've got heart detail baskets. You're getting all of these different ones again with your $19.99. I mean, it really, really is phenomenal value for money. Never did I think we'd be able to do it at this price, but we are. Look at that. How gorgeous is that, right? But just use that, or just use that. Think about all those things now that we do in Canvas Workspace. Look at all these that you've got. Bird cages, envelopes, invitations, guest bookers, envelopes. Look at the flowers. I mean, it just keeps giving and giving and giving. But the best thing about cutting Craftorium is you can make it your own. So it doesn't have to be in the same colours with the same cardstock. You make it in your style, and I love that. Congratulations to all of those people that have got this sat in the baskets. This is my deal of the day. So we do a deal of the day on the website, which is these today. So before you check out your baskets, go and find the deal of the day on the website. These are brilliant. They come with the little card hearts, so you can decorate these. Think about all those scraps of rice paper that you've got left. Make them into your baubles and hang them on your tree. Isn't that great? Or might be a new baby announcement with a picture of the baby on, or wedding, whatever it is. You're going to get 20 of them, and they're on a deal on the website. Do you know what? Oh, $12.99 for 20. They're going in my basket. Right. I am steampunking those. They're fabulous. And now I've got all the other stuff to do it with as well. Right, that's that. Okay, so just going back to this, we've just done a show on sublimation, and we said we would let you know in the shows as soon as it was back in. Now, we can't get it delivered until the first week of November, so it will be dispatched from the 3rd. Please don't miss out on this. So the way that this works, it was quite funny yesterday because Stephanie said, oh yeah, you just print it and then sublimate it. And I tried, I was like, wow, that's not right. And then she forgot to miss out 2 key processes. One, that you actually print on your sublimation paper and then sublimate onto this with your heat press. And secondly, that you actually have to add heat. She didn't tell me that bit either. I was like, how do I do this? It was very funny, and she was crying, laughing as they were driving up to Glasgow. Sorry, my words are going. Right, so what's this process? You bring your design into my craft studio or send a picture from your phone, wherever you're getting your artwork from, and you print it onto your sublimation paper with your sublimation printer. Then you tape it to this, so the colour side, the image, goes down onto the glossy side of the sticker sheet. Tape it in place with some of the heat resistant tape and heat press it on 190 degrees for 40 seconds, okay? And then when you take the paper away, your stickers are transferred onto here. Now, if you're doing it in Minecraft Studio, if you then turn that file that you've created black and print it out and scan it in to create a cutting file, it then cuts this with the vinyl blade. The settings I found with my vinyl blade, yours might be different, depends how old your blade is, was I put it on auto. No, I didn't. I put it on half cut with the vinyl blade, and I put the half cut pressure to 1, not the regular pressure, the half cut pressure on 1, and it cut it like an absolute dream. Now, this morning we were going to do 5 sheets of this for $12.99, and then we decided, nope, it's Trick or Treat Thursday. We're doing the middle of an event for you today. Every item on this show has a minimum of 10% knocked off. Instead of knocking the price down, we put 10 sheets in for $14.99. I know, brilliant, right? So if you want your sublimation sticker sheets, they're weatherproof. They can go in your dishwasher. They can go outside. You don't need to seal them. They're brilliant. So don't miss out on that. And if you've got your scan and cut, you can cut them out on that as well, which is phenomenal. Right, let's have a look at some of these Minecraft Studios. Now, these are great. So, first of all, we've got our woolly Wibblers, and this was super, super, super cute. So you get your SVG download pack. So you're going to get your floral fibres, your knitted together, and your knitted wreath with your little characters inside here as well. So the way that we do our SVG files is we give you all of the artwork that goes with it and the reverse of that artwork and the decoupage layers and the detail lines, so you can foil them, draw them and emboss them. And we also give you them everything in reverse. We do them in 3 different sizes. So the original is the one that the die would be. Then we do a smaller and a larger version, or a larger and an extra large version. And we actually digitally cut the images and create decoupage layers for you. So you don't have to cut into it. You can literally just cut out the decoupage on your scan and cut, and it's done for you. Shop Woolly is £10 instead of $19.99. So that's half price. Now then, let's talk Christmas tales, shall we? This is one of my all-time favourite Christmas collections. Oh, there's another one next to it as well. Oh, and another one. Oh, good grief. That we've done. This is stunning. I took this on Create and Craft. Stephanie was out with Carl at a do somewhere, and I took it on. We had a huge stock because we know that it's busy at Christmas. It sold out in 20 minutes, and it was the pick of the day. And me and Janice just stood and looked at each other and went, what do we do now? So you can tell how popular it was. In here, you've got these gorgeous little rabbits. So you've got chestnut, you've got the gathering of them, so the smaller versions. You've got clementine. You've also got the decorative door. Now, the artwork on that is spectacular. However, that can become an aperture as well. So you could have the aperture out the front of your card and then build your design on the inside of your card. You've then, it's also a card shape. You've then also got your festive fence. So you've got all of that detail with your poinsettias. You get I'm Just Pine. The artwork for these trees is brilliant. You'll use it over and over and over and over again. And of course, it will mix and match with all the collections that we brought you this year. Then you're going to get nutmeg. Nutmeg was one of my favourites. The Peaceful Poinsettia, which is absolutely divine. And then also Perfect Pine Cone. Now, if you want to see what the artwork looks like before you decide to spend your £10, it's called Christmas Tales. It's from Two Red Robins. Just type Christmas Tales, Two Red Robins in the search engine and the website, and it'll show you the artwork. But believe you me, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Shop tail, £10. Mad, right? And now, I know you won't be able to line up, you won't have your cross to line up your foil, but these foiled on top of would look amazing. So think about doing that manually rather than using it, because we can't go backwards with that process. So if you'd walk out the building and never come back if I asked her to do that. There'd be thousands of them to do. Right, now then, this was another favourite one. Oh, good grief. This is only last year's Christmas, and I was privileged to take this on Create and Craft as well. This, never. Are you kidding me? Wow. Right, if you've got a fiver to spend, please spend it on this, because this is stunning. Right, you've got near and dear. So you've got your beautiful, beautiful image there with your deer. You just see them there, look, right there. You've got Noel, who is my favourite hair we've ever done. You've got Ruby Red, which is the finest berry branch I think I've ever seen. Does the scan and cut handle it? Absolutely it does. It's phenomenal. It's even finer than the die cut was. You've got Season's Greetings, so these are beautiful. So you get the artwork. This is like our split unity. So this can go over the edge of your cards, all sorts of different techniques you can do with this. So you're going to get that lovely bow with the hedgehogs in there. You then get simple snowdrops in there too. You've got your winter ivy. You also get your winter wonderland, which is your ivy crescent with the little mice. And then, not finished yet, I can't believe this is a fiver. This is a Christmas Eve. These are lovely. So we did a collection and it reminded me very, very much of like a Stamperia style. And what we then did was we took some of those elements and we put them into like a collage die. So we joined them all together and made them into a picture. I'd forgotten about those. This is blinking brilliant, a Christmas Eve. I'm going to ask if I can have some of these added to the Tuesday show next week, so I can actually show you these. Also, while I'm on it, before I forget, because I will, Saturday morning at 12 o'clock, we've got another scan and cut show for you. So please don't miss out on that. Spread the word. Right, so you've got a Christmas Eve, festive bird song. That was another one that we did like that. You've got your entangled wreath, which is one of my favourite wreaths we've ever done, because it's like a wicker wreath, but you can build it up. You've got Evie and Bailey, your little squirrels. They're gorgeous. Festive bird song is that door, but we've put the brickwork behind it, decorated it up and put the fence in. You've got frosted pine cones, Frosty Fantasy, that's the one with your little robins, again, one of those crescents. You'll get the full outside edge, so you just weld it to a shape. You've then got Grace, which is the little mouse, she's lovely. And then you've also got Holly Jolly in there. Shop frame, £5. £5, that's ridiculous. But blinking brilliant. I'm so happy when we do stuff like this, because it means that you can afford to build that digital library, right? Right, have we got any questions or anything I need to address, Amber? No? No? Good, I'm doing my job right then. Right, let's go on to the next one now. This is your Christmas crooners. This is lovely too. You're going to get that alpine archway. That is stunning. And actually, if you colour the snow that's on that artwork green, you can use that all year round. It's beautiful. And if you put it on a card with this one at the front and the smaller one behind it, it gives you a real sense of depth and perspective. You're then going to get your bountiful berries, so a different holly sprig in there. You get your frozen ferns, so you can imagine somewhere to put those squirrels or those birds that you've just got in your other one. You get the crooners. Now, these are lovely. The three little mice that are singing carols, they're fabulous. When it says there's a second colourway for this, it's actually the back of them. So if you look on here, there is very, very few detail lines on here, because if we put detail lines in their faces, for example, and their hands, when we did the reverse, it would just be a reverse of that artwork. What we wanted to do is have the back view of them. So we didn't put the detail lines in, because then we can do that. So you get both the front and the back with those. You also get the little music stand with the score on for all the carol singers, and you get one of my all-time favourite images. The artwork for that is spectacular. Winter Getaway. Shop Croon, £9 for that one. Seriously, good grief. Imagine if you've just bought a scan and cut, and now's the time that you're building all your library. I mean, what a great opportunity to get so much for a small amount of money. Isn't that brilliant? I love it. Right, next one. In Spirit. So in here, you have got Robbie and Rupert. So you've got your birds in here. You've then got Love, Peace and Hope. You've got your Sunday special, so you've got your church in here. So if you're doing your Christmas cards, you could put a church in the background and then build the archway in front of that with the carolers in front of that, and then put it inside a wreath with all of your wild little tuck-ins here, your little branches in here. So you're getting all of those plus all of these. Now this is lovely. Listen. We never, ever, ever want to send sympathy cards, but it's the one card that we are guaranteed we need to send. And it's really sad, and I don't like it, but if you're going to send one, send a homemade one, because it really does mean something special. I remember when my mum and dad passed away, I had a few people send me a homemade card, and it wasn't even about the verse inside, because nobody can make you feel better, can they, at that moment in time? It was about the fact that they'd actually taken the time to sit there and think about us and make that project. So you're also going to get a blushed posy, which are your beautiful florals. You get your delicately draped swags. You also get your calla lily, which is beautiful, and you get the cross. So really, really lovely one. I'm hoping that you don't have to use it a lot, but if you do, it's there. Now, also weddings, confirmations, christenings, baptisms, all of that, okay? Anything that you go to church for, I think is going to be absolutely lovely. That one is Shop Spirits, £10. Now then, this one next, our Moodala's download. Now this is blinking brilliant. So our lovely Lou Withers, who is just an absolute icon in the craft industry. I love that woman to bits. She's as mad as a box of frogs, but she's brilliant and I love her. So she created these designs for her Moodling, and we made them into metal dies. And then one day I said to her, would you mind if we do them as SVG files? And she's like, oh, please do. The more people that would come and get that artwork, the better. So we did. Now these cut beautifully on your scan and cut. However, you're getting all three of them for £5. They paper pierce incredibly well. You wouldn't think you would still be able to see the design. You absolutely can. They're on your parchment. They emboss beautifully. With your foil pen, they're exquisite. But when we take them into Minecraft Studio, we can split them. We can split them so you just have that part or just that part. So for £5, you're going to get all three of these designs. Honestly, guys, please don't miss out on these. This is fabulous, and they cut like a dream. Absolute dream. If you love the look of mandalas, you can just make your own with these. They're beautiful. Shop Moodling, £5. Actually, if you took the outside edge off, they'd make brilliant stencils. Just thought about that. They'd be great as stencils. Right, next, mandala. Now this is your SVG stencil download, just a single image here for you, £2.50, wow. Okay, so scan and cut user. You've got an outside edge there, then you can take that outside edge away and you've got all of that detail inside there. You've then got this part inside here. Now, if you cut something out like this, when we go into Canvas Workspace in a minute, I'm going to work with this one and see how much we can get out of it. But if you cut it out, you can always snip into them and scan those bits in and then create that cutting file. It doesn't have to be done in Canvas Workspace. So if you're somebody that hasn't got a computer, doesn't want to go in Canvas Workspace, don't be shy of these, because if you cut that out of black card and snipped away that outside layer, you'd have that layer. If you then snipped away that layer, you'd have your circle. If you then snipped away there, you'd have that as a frame, and then you'd have another circle. Honestly, they're brilliant. And the same with that mandala. So shop mandala, £2.50 is going to get you that. That on your parchment would look absolutely beautiful, but paper pierced, it would take your breath away. It's phenomenal. Right, now then, I don't remember doing these. I'm a bit excited about this. I actually don't remember doing these ever as SVG files, but we've done them. Dots and dashes, faux stitching. Draw them, foil them, emboss them. How exciting is this? I had no idea we'd done these. Or I've forgotten, which is probably more likely. Wow, £7.50. And you haven't just got them in those sizes. They were the sizes of the dies. You've got those in hundreds of different sizes. You take away, so you'll have an outside edge for that and an inside edge. So you've got a frame. Take away the outside edges. You can just draw that anywhere on your card and it will highlight an aperture. How incredible is that? Wow. And you're getting them in, I don't know what to say about that. You're getting them in circles, squares, ovals and rectangles. Please, please, please don't miss out on these. This is the time when you stock up. Honestly, I'm so excited for you, I can't tell you. Right, I'm going to bring a chair over because my feet are hurting a bit. Concrete floors and all that. Please don't forget, your Sublimation sticker sheets are back in stock. Now they're going to be dispatched from the 3rd of November, but there were so many people this morning that wanted them that missed out. But we didn't want to disappoint anybody because that's not what we're about. Shop sticker, $14.99. Remember, they're waterproof. They will go through a dishwasher. They're really, really, really robust. They're scratch proof. All of those things that you'd want in a sticker, they are. And just scan and cut will cut them out with your vinyl blade. I want you to put your half cut on and then put your half cut pressure on one. Needs a little bit more. Might not on yours, might just be that my vinyl blades had a little bit of hammer recently, but please don't miss out on those because they are fabulous. Right, stool, let's go into canvas. Shoes have come off. I'm getting comfy now. I'm not good at wearing shoes. I think I should have been a hippie and born in the 60s because I'm not very good at shoes. Right, I'm not. I hate wearing shoes. And Mick will say to me in the winter, why have you got no socks on? I'm like, because I can take my shoes off and my feet are cool. Right, I know, I'm mad, aren't I? So let's go into SVGs and let's choose a file and let's find Dr. Dre on here. There he is. Right, let's find, where are we? Gonks. Where's the mandala? Oh, we haven't got the mandala on. Never mind. Where is it?
There. Your mouse is just over.
Mandala. Oh yeah, I'm looking for no, that's that one.
Oh.
I'm talking about this one.
Oh.
Mandala. Don't matter, we'll do it with this. Makes no difference. Magical mandala. Let's see which one. Well, magnificent mandala, because that price is magnificent. So if I press OK. Oh, what do you mean you failed to connect to the server? It does this sometimes. Just bear with. Let me go back. Honestly, sometimes you just have to come out of it and go back in. Canvas Workspace, brother. It has a moment. Right, we'll leave it and just restart Canvas Workspace. Right, come on. You've got to do this for me. But I am going to get, oh, blinking heck. I am going to get, oh, there it is, some of these added to the Tuesday show as well. So that, click off that, click on again. There we are. So that I can show you more stuff with them on Tuesday. Right, let me just type this in. And we will log in. And hopefully, there we go. So we'll just do that bit again where we bring it in. So go into new. This is Canvas Workspace, by the way, guys. There are two different versions of it, both are free. There's one that will ask you if you want to download. It's a little bit more powerful than the one that I use in the cloud. I am going to have some time over Christmas learning it properly, so that I can bring you that across the new year. But for now, I like to use the web app version because every time you hover over something, it tells you what it does. And I think for beginners, that's a really good way of learning. So I'm going to choose the file again. We'll go to Magnificent Mandala and press OK. There we go. Right, so first of all, let's just duplicate this, shall we? So we've got two. So edit and duplicate. And then I can move that one over there so I know I've got an original. Right, first things first. So the scan and cut right now sees this as that outside flower shape, which is, bear with, come on Melanie, mouse, there, look. So now you've got a new aperture. You've also got a new set of nesting shapes. You've then got a stencil which you can cut into your Mylar. Remember, you can resize all of these. They're built as SVG files, which means that they will never pixelate, which is brilliant. So you've got your outside edge, first of all. If we then grab this and divide it, so the scan and cut sees the almost like the flower shape with all the pieces sat on top. Now, if we did something called compounding, which is a button that a graphic designer will press, they would then work for Cricut. But we don't do that because it takes away all the creativity for scan and cut users. And you can do it yourself. What is going on with these laptops? You can do it yourself by selecting everything and dividing it. And dividing, in my head, is like a digital punch, and it comes down and it punches all those pieces through that back layer. Then it sees it as one piece, which means that you can then weld it to other shapes. So now you could have this as a header, you could have it as a side card, etc., etc. So I'm going to grab the outside edge of that. What's going on with my hands today? I think it's the cold weather or the damp. Now, there's your stencil right there. So you're going to group that and keep that lot. And you can make it the size that you want it to be, which is fabulous. It doesn't have to be a stencil. You can cut that into a panel on the front of your card. That paper pierced looks incredible, absolutely incredible. But now I've got this. So let's say I wanted to weld this to a square, all right? So I wanted to have it as a header. So if I go into my basic shapes and I pick a square and I bring it onto here, I can see how big this is. Come on. I think these computers need something because they're properly difficult to grab hold of anything with. Honestly, 152.7 is the height, 150.4. So if I now drag this out, I can do it precisely, but for now, I'm just going to do this. 150.4. Go on. I'll do that, that'll do. Right, so I'm going to pick up that and I'm going to position this on here. Now, because I've picked up, if I pick up the square, I can see that I've got the little nodes, they call them here. So if I line that up, and you can zoom right in, if I line that up to the center, if we did this as a semicircle, you have, when you're welding something, it's like digitally gluing, you have to have an overlap. So if this was a semicircle, you would lose some of the design, which is why I'm using the full circle, because then I've got this half that's going to weld and that half that is going to stay up there. So if I grab both of those, first thing I would do is align them centrally vertically. So I know that it's right in the middle of that. And then when you go to edit and weld, it will join that to there, and there's your header card. And it's that easy, and Canvas Workspace is free. It's phenomenal, isn't it? Now, if you wanted them as corners, you've got 5 minutes left. Do you need me to recap anything, Amber?
Just have a play.
Am I all right having a play? Love that. The what?
The cutting Craftorium, please.
All right. Okay. I'm going to do more of this on Tuesday with you because I don't want anyone to miss out on that. And this wasn't like a demonstration show anyway, really. Better put my shoes back on. I hate wearing shoes. My feet get too hot. I have to sleep with the window open and my feet out the duvet in the middle of winter. A little bit like that. Did you manage to sort out your radiator in your room?
No.
Oh, you have to come and...
Yeah, we'll sort it.
Come and get me. Honestly, that girl. Right, brilliant, aren't you, love? Right, now then. Are you cold in your room?
No, it's all right. It's just my feet. It's always the feet.
Oh, your feet are cold.
Yeah.
Oh, mine are always warm. Right, cutting Craftorium. Now then, talk about a deal and a half with this. I haven't got time to flick through it all again. There's that much. But for $19.99 before your club discount, no postage, because it's digital, and you could be crafting with this afternoon, you're going to get all the projects that were in Home Sweet Home. You're going to get the full alphabet and numbers to be able to make your 3D letters. How incredible is that? Your ephemera, which is ram-jam packed full of things like steampunk, lanterns, goggles, cogs, clock faces, all of that kind of thing in there. Then you've got creative clutter, which is about your storage for your craft room and gift boxes, ribbon storage. Turn that into your paintbrush storage, whatever it is. And love is in the air. You're getting contents of 5 full cutting Craftoriums for $19.99. Then you'll get your discount off that. That, my friends, is my deal of the day. I think that is incredible value for money. Please don't miss out on that. It'll be the best thing you buy. Honestly, the diversity of the files that are in here, when you think about when these were made, because we've never compounded them, because I was like, no, we don't want to do that, you'll be able to do all those amazing things with them that we do now with Canvas Workspace, which is super exciting. But for $19.99, that's crazy. Don't forget to grab your deal of the day that's on the website, where you get 20 of these acrylic heart baubles. They also have the pieces of carding that you can put inside if you want to put pictures inside them, and you're going to get 20 of them today with almost a £5 saving to their normal price. You'll find that on the website, or you can type shop heart in right now and they can go in your basket. And then the next one, the next most popular one was, okay, there's loads going on here, isn't there? Festive and frames, and I'm not surprised because the quality and the amount of artwork that you're getting in this download is really quite extraordinary. So you've got Near and Dear, that beautiful collage that we built up for you, and created that lovely SVG. You've got Noel in there, my favourite hair. The artwork, honestly, guys, on this is stunning. And don't forget, you get your artwork with it as well, which is incredible. Okay, I need to tell you that 60% of the extended dispatch sublimation stickers have now allocated, which is incredible. Well done if you've got those. You've got Ruby Red in here. They will be dispatched from the 3rd of June. 3rd of June, that's a long time to work. 3rd of November. Honestly, I don't know where I am at the moment. Then you've also got your Season's Greetings, where you've got these lovely crescents. You could add that to the side of your card and make your shaped cards. Don't forget, you also get the reverse of your reflections. So you could have that on either side of your card. Hug it like a circle, make a whole circle. That then becomes your wreath, right? Then you've got your simple snowdrops. You've got your winter ivy, and you've got your winter wonderland with that lovely little mouse and that ivy crescent. Then you're also going to get a Christmas Eve, which has got the fox in there with the fence and the Christmas trees around it. That's good. There isn't a bad one in any of these, I have to say. You've got Entangled with the wreath. You've also got the inside and the outside edges, so you've got a base for it too. You've got Even Bailey, which are 2 little squirrels. You've got Festive Birdsong with that lovely door with all the fencing in and the foliage. You've then got your Frosted Pine Cones, your Frosty Fantasy, which is your other crescent. This is lovely for spring as well, because there's nothing particularly Christmas about that. Then you also get Grace, the little mouse on the holly bough. And then you also get the holly jolly and all that. I'm not surprised this has been really popular. It's a £5. I actually don't know how we're doing that, but we are, so I don't care. Think about also, another really lovely thing to do is to cut that out of your reflection, put it onto your card, and then emboss it onto vellum and use the vellum as a wrap around so that it looks like you've parched on top of your reflection. But it gives you that lovely, almost soft focus finish to your cards. I would like to say a massive thank you to everyone that's joined me this morning, and we're going into the afternoon now with our David. It's been lovely to have your company, and I love it when we can bring you deals like this. It's just brilliant, isn't it? Things we could never take on TV because it doesn't work it's not that easy. But this, seriously guys, stock up. Don't miss out on those. Don't forget your shop dash either, where you've got that dot and dash embellishment around those circles, squares, ovals and rectangles. If you want drawn faux stitching from your machine, there's your files right there. I'm going through that wall. Candle transfer sheets next. Oh no, it's not. It's my craft studio. No, is it not?
Candle transfer.
Oh, I was right in the first place.
Don't doubt yourself.
Don't doubt yourself, Melanie. Right, I'll see you on the other side of this.